Hello, welcome back to my channel and for a new video. I have honestly tried to film this so many times now and it kept going wrong. I either didn't like my hair or what I was wearing or my clothes. So I'm back, I'm ready. I've got a set change because basically all my stuff was in the hall just there and I couldn't bother to carry it through to my room. This was like a little bit closer. I'm just really lazy. And I also just fancied a kind of different background, and yeah, I quite like the lighting in here as well, so we're all good. Today what I have for you is my uni essentials video, and basically I found these videos really useful last year when I was going into my first year of university, just to kind of get ideas of what to take. I hate forgetting things. I write a million lists for everything that I do, so I watched a load of videos, wrote a huge long list of all the things I wanted, kind of gained inspiration from other people and what they were taking. I hope if you are in that position, this video will really help to kind of help you out with that kind of thing, and just make sure you don't forget anything. There were loads of things I have in this video that I kind of realised that I needed throughout the year, so with that experience I hope that I can help you. Or if you're just really nosy like I am and you like seeing what people have bought, then by all means keep watching, but let's get straight into it. So I've got 4 basic categories to show you. The first I'm going to start with is stationery, because I love stationery. So the one thing that I kind of underestimated how much of it I would need is paper. So I have stocked up on 4 pads of paper. These are my favourite. The plucker pads are honestly, I find the best paper. They have the really nice kind of tapered edges, so you can tear it off with a really nice edge and it doesn't look scruffy or untidy. And also these ones are scented, so we'll see how that turns out. Another key stationery essential for me is coloured pens. I am a bit of an OCD freak, I will happily admit it, and I write all my revision notes and all my lecture notes in colour. So after my lectures I will go back and rewrite all my notes because I hate having messy notes in my folder. So colour pens just really help me to revise and make my notes look more attractive. As well as that, just normal kind of highlighters as well, because in my lectures I physically don't have the time to make my notes look really nice or kind of pretty and colourful. So I just underline with a highlighter the bits I want to stand out and I rewrite them and then go back in with the colour pens when I'm revising. My last stationery absolute essential is a pack of these. These are just the kind of sticky arrows that come in different colours, and they are honestly so handy. I didn't realise how much I would use these. I had them at school and I never really used them, and I just kind of took them to uni just because I had them, but I honestly use them so much. Just because you read so much and you go through so many books and so many pieces of paper and you have so many notes in a folder, I found it so easy to find the bits I needed for the colour coordination. I told you I'm an absolute OCD freak. I took these everywhere with me last year. Do you want to know? What do you mean? Okay, it's food because it's staring at me. The first thing that I have kind of got about 4 or 5 of now is the xxxxxx noodle cups. This is the vegetable festival, is that what it's called? Yeah, vegetable festival one, and again they're just so quick and easy. Anything that makes my life easier I am all for. I don't know, I find these really handy if I've had a late night or I've been in the library and I want something really quick and easy. These are my perfect kind of go-to. I also love this popcorn. It's the Metcalf skinny popcorn, and if you watch my YouTube regularly you'll have seen it in one of my favourites. I think it was July. I need like stuff like this that I like and still tastes good, but doesn't make me feel like, oh, I've eaten really badly today and stuff like that. So this is something that I have stocked up on so much. It is green tea with honey and lemon, and this is my favourite green tea, like without a doubt. I love green tea, but I don't actually like kind of plain green tea. I can drink it, but I would rather have the lemon and honey one, or they do a really nice green tea with apple. And they've got one with jasmine, and I love the kind of more flavoured green teas rather than just plain green tea. But I also have chocolate. If you read my blog post last week, you'll know that I am definitely trying to get more into eating dark chocolate rather than milk chocolate. So this is one of my favourites, but it is really expensive. It's the Saint Lucia from Hotel Chocolat, and it tastes amazing, but as you can probably imagine, it is really expensive, and so I do not have the money when I'm at uni to buy expensive chocolate from Hotel Chocolat. I don't really have the money for anything when I'm at uni, so the more I can kind of stock up on this when I'm home, the better. Last but certainly not least for food are the Tilda rice packs. I've got the brown basmati one, the roasted vegetable, and brown basmati and quinoa. I have about 20 of these in my box packed for uni so far. They're just so quick and so easy. There's 2 servings per pack. You literally put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and it's ready. And they're healthy and they're just quick and easy. Like I said, anything that makes my life easier, I am completely down for. And I love the way they taste. And I'm a big rice fan. I have rice a lot. Oh, also, this is kind of a weird one, but I have a million bottles of water packed. This may sound so pretentious, but if you've moved away for uni already, or you have been somewhere else a long period of time, you may kind of know where I'm coming from with this, but I really do not like the water in Nottingham. I cannot drink the tap water. I absolutely hate it. It makes me feel sick if I drink the water. I don't know what it is, I just don't, it's not home water. And so I was spending so much money buying bottles of water because I couldn't drink the tap water. And I wasn't the only one, there were other girls as well at uni who were like, yeah, it's disgusting. Like, I don't know what it is, but tap water in different places of the country tastes completely different. So my mum is being a babe and is stocking me up with a load of water. I probably sound like such a princess. It's true. It is so different wherever you are. I don't care. It's different. Next up is kind of homeware stuff and kitchen stuff and cooking stuff and just, I don't know, kind of general stuff really. But I have this cup, which was probably like £1 from Tesco's, but I saw it and I got it mainly because it's pretty and I just liked the colours and stuff, but it's also going to be useful. It's got all the measurements for flour and sugar and milk and water. Milk and water, what am I? For like millilitres and ounces, and it's just got like all the measurements you need for kind of anything. A bit of a boring one, but washing tablets. I have never done my own washing before I went to uni. I am completely spoiled at home and I had never had to do my own washing, and even at school we were so lucky. We would literally put our dirty washing in a basket outside our rooms, and within 24 hours or kind of a day and a half it was washed, ironed and folded in our pigeonholes ready for us. Yeah, I know. And I really don't like washing powder. I find it so difficult to use, and girls at uni who were using it were like, I don't know what to do, it's so confusing, and I was just there with my tablets and they're so quick, you just chuck it in. Why? Because now this is such a weird one, but if you're like me and you like nice wine, bring a couple of bottles with you from home because the student union wine, honestly, it's like £3 or £4 a bottle. And at the time you're a student, that's literally all you can afford to spend, and you're like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. No, it tastes like vinegar. You will never taste anything more disgusting. So if you can, pick up some bottles from home. On the theme of like wine and alcohol and stuff, these are one of the best things you can bring to uni. I didn't have any in my first year, but there was a girl in the freshers who had like millions of straws, and she made so many friends because everyone kept asking her for straws for pre-drinks and stuff. So I picked up some straws, and you can literally get 100 for £1. Like, they're so cheap and they're just such like a useful kind of thing to have. So bring some straws. I've never tried one of these before, but mum bought me a George Foreman and I'm really excited to use it. I've never used one. If you have one and you think it's really good, comment below. Literally, like I've said like a million times, anything that makes my life easier, I am gonna get. So I think this would have saved me so much time, and it's just kind of healthier, and yeah, I am very excited to bring this back to Nottingham with me. Also have, oh my gosh, it's got stuff on it, this pillow which I just bought. I don't know, we're probably a bit too close. And it says love on it, and it's from the White Company, and it was about £22, but I just thought it was so cute. And because I was at boarding school for 2 years and then I had uni last year, for the past 3 years I've been in like these kind of really kind of small rooms I've had to kind of make really homely because I'm in them a lot of the time. And last year especially, you spend so much time on your own, a lot more than you think you're going to spend, and that was a bit of a shock for me. So anything I could have in my room that made it somewhere that I actually wanted to be and didn't mind spending time in, I just kind of went overboard on. I also had kind of really nice fairy lights and pictures and candles and things, and I had really like cozy bedding that I kind of knew. I literally had like Hello Kitty bedding, like all kind of like really nice pink stuff, because I'm nearly 20, so I was like, okay, I need to start like not having Hello Kitty duvets and fairies all around my room. So I've gone for like a white and grey and baby pink theme in my room this year at Nottingham. So I have like a white duvet with kind of grey lining. I just thought this is such a nice pillow just to have. I wish someone had told me that you do spend a lot of time on your own, especially if you're in catered, because there's no kind of communal area, or there wasn't for me anyway. And I was kind of shocked at how much I was spending on my own, because I wasn't a loser, I promise. I did have friends, but everyone is doing their own thing, and you kind of go to lectures and you see your friends and you see people, then you come back and other people who are friends in the halls are at lectures, or they're out doing stuff, they're like lecture, like I don't know, I just found that it was like, do you know what, I need to make my room somewhere that I'm really going to enjoy being in. So yeah, that is one thing I will say about uni. Right, moving on to the last bit, which is beauty. Now, I would be here forever if I went through every single beauty product I was taking with me to uni. I'm not going to do that, because I take all my makeup, all my cleansers, all my moisturisers, all my nail polishes, all my hair stuff. I literally take everything, because I never know what I'm going to want at some point. So I'm just going to show you, I think it's like 5 things which I would definitely recommend you stocking up on now, because I spent so much money rebuying all this stuff because I went through it so quickly. So if your mum is really nice like mine and will happily buy things for you before you go, then these are things I would definitely recommend stocking up on. The first is cotton pads. I underestimated how much I use these. I was like, oh, I don't really use them, but oh my goodness, I do. Just simple things like taking my makeup off and like taking a nail varnish off, and like, I don't know, I just use them a lot, and I went through so many packs. And if I didn't have them, I was like, oh my god, I would love to have a cotton pad now, like take my nail varnish off. Or another thing is just things like cleansers and things that you really take for granted. If your mum does buy a lot of your kind of beauty stuff for you, then you will find it such a shock when you're at uni for like weeks at a time and you run out and you're like, oh my god, I've actually got to buy this myself, and you don't realise how expensive things like micellar waters are and cleansers, like they are ridiculously expensive. I know I had no kind of concept of how expensive they were until I had to buy them myself, and I was like in boots having a breakdown, because I'm a bit of a beauty snob. I don't like using cheap products on my face. So things like this, if you see them now before you go and they're on offer, honestly, just do it. Just buy them now before you go to uni and get poor, or if your parents will buy them, it's even better. But just honestly, just make sure you've got enough to last you a couple months for Christmas or whatever. Another thing as well is just body washes. Again, these, you don't realise how quickly you go through body washes, and just ones that are going to make you feel kind of nice and clean. Like, just stock up. These are things that like are necessary, I think, to stocking up on. Also a new toothbrush. Not really something to stock up on, but I don't know, I just sort of thought a new toothbrush for like a new uni year kind of thing. I probably don't change my toothbrush as often as I should, which is actually quite disgusting when you think about it, but because the bristles don't clean your teeth properly when they're soft, so I probably should change it a lot more frequently than I do, but a couple of weeks time it'll be done. Shampoo and conditioner. Like I said, I am a beauty snob and I love Aussie and Tresemme hair stuff, but at like £8 a bottle I cannot afford to go through like 16 quid every month, every other month, because I go through a lot of conditioner and I just couldn't afford to keep on buying really expensive shampoos and conditioner. So Mum has stocked me up with a couple of bottles, but then I think we were in Wilko's the other day and we found these ones, and they're the Alberto Balsam, or Balsam? I don't know, only 95p a bottle. So if I can make myself like these, and if my hair gets on with them, then these are going to save me so much money. So much money. But yeah, I've got the, I'll show you up close, you can kind of see what they look like. Got the coconut and lychee one, just because I love the smell of it. I love coconut in my hair and things, so yeah, if they work, I'm going to be so happy. But for now, I have to go because I've been filming for so long. And please also like and subscribe if you found this video useful. And I will see you very shortly in a new video. Bye!